understand that about the L with the problem with trees, but I don't think it, it doesn't have to be straight. It could be down pointed or get to the more sturdy part of that tree. And Sebek had an interesting article comment that if you center feed that right at the joint, keep your radials where they are, and you gain more easier tuned, better propagation properties with it. So it's interesting. You have to look that up. But I think it's just the vertical with the radials, but it does seem like it ought to make sense like that, doesn't it? Anyway, good stuff. Yeah, always fun. Antennas are fun to play with. And the IOTA and Kevin, just be like POTA, be sure to operate in all the AM windows, would you? Sorry, couldn't help it. They had a place posted on their site that the AMers aren't AM. There's nobody works AM anymore. Just go to those spots. It gets a bit of a hassle. I'm sure you've heard. Sorry, I had to take that cheap shot. Anyway, I know it's always fun to hear you when you're remote. That 570 does a great job, as well as the 590. They do sound good. And of course, Tim, QJE picked up an 890. Amazing rig. Holy cow. If I had the deep pockets, I'd have one, but I don't. So anyway, and I know that thing does gorgeous AM mixed with that KPA 1500. I think he's going to get to be a lazy ham. Anyway, Charlie, I'll send it your way. Good morning. I hear you. Nice signal here. K4FMY, and you can send it to KK4GZQ in the group KE9U.
Good morning, W3MMR.
Good morning, Perry, W3MMR in the group. I just been reading the mail here for a little minute. Something warmed up here in the shack. Running the B2610I this morning and using the Kenwood TS590 as a receiver for the time being. I've run in the converted L for a long time. Gary, I had one previous QT8 for around 20 years. And I worked all over the world on that thing. I had 250 gallon one working in it. Cut radio cut the metal. And a bunch of ground rods down. Just got a little bad tuning sometimes because the feed point was so close to the shaft. But other than that, it worked really good. I got out all over the world on 100 watts. That's all I had. But I just kept the Pentec outside here, it's on the side. I worked all over on that thing. So good morning, guys. I'm going to get it over to Perry and Perry. You turn it to Kevin. W3MMR in the group, K4FNY.
Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning, Jerry, Charlie, Kevin. I believe there's others in here as well. Sorry, I apologize. Just getting moving here. So, good morning. Good morning. Throw me in the rotation. Good conditions up this way this morning. Hopefully you guys are hearing me well. 200 watts of carrier here this morning running the SDR, the Anon 200D, and the whole, the normal setup here. So down to you, Kev. Good morning, my friend. KK4GZQ in the group, W3MMR.
Okay, Perry. Fine business, W3MMR in the group, KK4GZQ. Morning to you, Perry. Morning, Charlie. Guys, thanks for jumping in here. Just sitting here enjoying a nice group here. George is on down in Louisiana, KC5HMI. Gary, WD4NK8, Deltona, Florida. Mike signed out of Baton Rouge, W4GN. Jerry, KC9, blasting him down here, Jerry. And like you mentioned earlier, the band's good, both short, long, anywhere in between right now. All of you are doing a great job here. Charlie, big signal out of Hog Mountain. And Perry, you're coming in quite strong as well with the Anan and the Ale Lady, maybe. And I love those little single 3500Z amps, the little Ale Lady, the Heath Kit. I've got one made by a company called AEA, sister company, I guess, to Vectronics. It's got a single 3500 in it. I use it on 40. And Jerry, yeah, I'll operate in all the AM windows. You can darn guarantee that with my 20-25 watt TS570. I'll do some sideband while I'm down there as well. It seems like when I get to Florida, I usually try to orientate the antenna, broadside back, this way to try to talk to everybody. But it seems like I do when I get in Florida, Texas just opens up big time down there from Florida over to Texas. So, going over the pond over there, I guess that's probably about par for the course. I don't know. Here it comes back to you, George, and good to hear everybody in here this morning. Back down to KC5HMI in the group, K4GZQ on the mousetrap.
KK4GZQ in the group, KC5HMI. Yeah, Mike is out. I'm hearing everybody pretty well. Jerry is kind of fading out, so I guess the band's a little changing just a little bit here now, and had a welcome on things, but everybody else is down around Pensacola, John Grove, so I'm going to make this one short. But I'm in here for about 3 hours. Or maybe even more. I'm getting up lately about 3:30 in the morning, and I'm running till about 6:30 or 7 o'clock. Probably I'm not going to bore you all for 3 hours, so I'll sit back and finish my coffee and my cheeseburger. Charlie, glad you jumped in there. Charlie, I'm looking for a modulation transformer for 1. Well, I'm on the way 33, but I'm going to work with one, DC1. But it's basically a switch. It's metering. It has the oscillator in it. All the tube sockets, tuning coils, for sure, they're not as much use, they're maybe things, but I've got 10. I've got 2, I have 1, and I have 1 that has 1, so I've got 2 tubes, but you don't have that modulation transfer. Well, that's a long-term project, unless I can come up with a transformer, I'll end up having nice things for something else. I really don't want to. That'd be something nice to play with. PWM, but that stuff, you got to have real good high voltage insulation the way they do the PWM. The whole modulator, I think, is just floating above 3,000. It's 3,000 to 6,000. You've got an RF unit that runs on 3,000, the audio unit, and they run off of 6,000 volts supply. So, I'm going to look for the iron first. Or do something else, though. I did pick up the Valiant 2. I got a Valiant 2. I'll try to roll in here about the next month. So that's about what's going on. And today at 1 o'clock, I'm going to look at the vehicles that test. I've got 3 of them in commercial too. I'm really wanting to roll a DC6 camera here. So I'll be listening and turn it back over to Gary. That's for MKA from KC5HMI.
Okay, real good, KC5HMI. Signal continues to sound good down here in the central border. Probably as this time of morning and as it gets side of the gray line. That's probably what I would be best served with a dipole antenna myself. Verticals are great for long-haul propagation. The band starts shortening up. Things tend to go a little more sideways. Okay.
Frequencies in use, old man.
I was going to make a comment. Jerry said what the manufacturer of the 7300 was, but it was on a fade, believe it or not. Somebody may have to repeat that a couple times. I'm getting some QSP. Signals generally are good, but there's been quite a bit of fading. Guys, this is going to be my last go-around. I'm going to have to start moving on, doing a few things around here this morning. Generally, I get on between 5 and quarter after when I get off the track. I'm up at 4 o'clock or quarter till 4, just getting ready with the stretches and everything. More than 2 miles than I did. It was a great morning out there, too. Boy, I tell you, moon, if it's not full, it's almost full, and it's about 60 degrees. Perfect track weather. Oh my gosh. Andromeda right over. Orion right overhead. And oh boy, all the stars looking good. And then when I get back after about a half hour or 45 minutes, I clap this thing up and sit on this thing for a little while. And then the morning starts to roll. It's just going to start to happen. So go ahead and pick it up, Jerry K9U 73 to everybody. Thanks for letting me ride the bus this far. This is Whiskey Delta 4. Never kiss alligators.
Okay, Gary, that's ICOM. ICOM, ICOM. And, they're going to be about like McDonald's, Gary. The sign that says we've served 1 billion. I don't know they sold that many, but that's probably the hottest seller they've ever had. And during one of the AM rallies, I think I logged 30 of those silly things, and new timers, new AMers, and so it's a popular rig, inexpensive, and pretty cool little radio. I didn't realize they were that small. Make a nice mobile, but yes, the ICOM America is who has that radio. Yeah, good morning to you in 7-3s. And hello, Perry. Good morning to you. And Charlie, again, good morning. Yeah, great signals here. Band's doing pretty well. Gary, you held up here pretty well during your transmissions. So I'm sure it changes as the gray line's going to come through. Very logic. And, yeah, Charlie, I knew you ran that L for a long time. It always did a great job to me. And great signal, and I ran one there for a little bit, but with my noise problems that I had at the time, which is now gone, I didn't have the best receiving antenna up. I had one of those ground loops, which wasn't bad, but it just wasn't always the perfect solution. But I got comments. Those things really do transmit well. They do very well. I know. A guy in Iowa, W9 Quality Control, Frank, I think he had a 160. The thing was like 20-foot vertical, and the rest of the 130 was horizontal. I mean, it wasn't bad. I was a little bit short. It's better to have the vertical higher, more vertical than horizontal, but whatever you can do, it does do its good job. I know I had the one that was 70 and 60, 130 foot, so I could do 160. And I had the radials elevated, and I just said 4. And that's a great setup. I know there's some really interesting articles written about elevated radials. In fact, I think it's going to be a common practice due to urban areas where they can't get the ground space, and they're making these elevated radio shields above buildings. So it's interesting, and they're finding out that it is as efficient, if not better, that there's no ground losses. So it's interesting articles. You have to read it because I don't going to get into it, but I thought it was pretty interesting. But mine were elevated 8 foot above, right there by the tower, so it came up the side of it, and I went up the trees so I can mow around it. Worked very well, and they were tuned. You have to tune them, though, when they're elevated. When they're buried, it doesn't matter, but I thought the interesting stuff. Anyway, let's see, I guess that, and Kevin was going to comment on the D104 on the 101. Yeah, that's a good match. The drinks I had was that way, unamped or amped. I know it was a little touchier when it was amped, but it seemed to have a better modulation, especially on sideband. But I put that K7DYY board in there, and then the newer one because I didn't like the gate on the old one, but those worked very well too. But when I moved the drinks along, I took all that out and I put it with the one I had before the Ranger was when I had the Ranger 1, and of course the Viking one's what it's on now. Let's see, over to you, Charlie. K4FNY in the group, KE9U.
Okay, Jerry, KE9U. K4FNY in the group. 73's Jerry down there in Florida. Okay, that was a good day. We'll have a cool day. So we're going to have here. It's 45 here right now outside. I had turned the heat on yesterday also. It got cold in the house. So I think we might skip fall this year and go straight to winter. Maybe we'll have some snow next week. So anyway, I know Kevin talked about doing a 10-hour day yesterday. That'll make you tired real quick doing 2 of those. I didn't do very much yesterday. I did put out some flower buds. Put out 16 of them, 17 actually. And that's about all I did. And that was enough. Work is a 4-letter word. I somebody use that word. Well, yeah, the signals are coming in pretty good this morning. I heard George talking about where I was. I was listening in here, George. I was listening the other day when you said something about that, but I was having trouble receiving. I had the ASDR fired up, and my receiving signals weren't good. That means if I transmit back, you probably wouldn't hear me. So, I don't know. Kevin, when are you leaving for George? Let me know. I'll be sure to be on the air a few times if I didn't work here. I worked before down in Tampa. And I don't remember if I worked at St. George or not. Maybe I did. But Perry, up to you. WCMM Group, K4FNY.
K4FNY in the group. W3MMR. Okay. Right. Oh, to make sure everything's where I need it to be. Okay, we're doing power. Match looks good. Anyway, good morning all the way around. Great copies from everyone this morning. Even George, you're very strong up here, but 73 to you, buddy. And good morning to you, Gary. 7-3 to you. I guess I did wake up a little late this morning. But got the day off. I have today and tomorrow off. I took today off. I got some things I need to take care of. I have a day full of appointment tomorrow, which is going to take all day, and so I have some things I need to take care of today. I have a crap ton of sick days, so I'm using one of my sick days. That's what I'm doing. That's why they're there. So anyway, that's a story on that. Just on the SDR this morning. Been recording the QSO here, so if you guys want to check on YouTube later on, you'll see how your signals are holding up here in southeast Pennsylvania this morning. Everyone's coming in great. Really, the past few days, the conditions have been stellar, evening and morning. So wintertime is definitely upon us. We got 41 degrees here this morning, almost in the 30s. I got the little space heater running out here in the shack. It was 60 when I came out here. It's 64 now, so I'll turn it off in a minute. But definitely chilly. So I wonder what it's like down in Kentucky, Kevin, because I know you guys get pretty cold there. Same with you, Jerry. I wonder what it's like out in the Midwest this morning. Curious to know. Compared, because it seems 41. It hasn't gotten as cold as it's gotten all year so far. All fall, I should say. So, looks like things are turning the corner. Charlie, you had mentioned running an inverted L. I was always curious about an inverted L because I have a tree here that's it's about a 75, 80 foot cedar tree, which is the center support for this antenna. Now, and I have about, I don't know, maybe 60 feet. 70 feet across my yard from the bottom of the tree, okay, or like from the, the edge of the branches to the property line. Now I'm wondering like what the dimensions of an quote unquote inverted L would be. Can they be random? Does like the vertical component have to be longer than the horizontal component? Does it matter? Or is it just the length? Get it up in the air, feed it with open wire line, and be done with it? Just because I was always trying to get a better signal out on 160. I use this 130-foot inverted V, 600 ohm open wire fed for 160 as well. And, of course, it's a compromise, but it works. I get out. The tuner can handle it. But if there was another alternative, that would be great. So be curious to know that. All right, we'll keep it moving. Here comes Kev. Down to you. Hopefully I'm holding up okay. Again, you're coming in 20-25 over solid, Kevin. So great to hear you, buddy. KK4G, ZQ in the group, W3MMR.
Okay, Perry, I'm just holding up a little bit to see if there was any other traffic out there. 7-3 to those who have signed. I think Gary signed out. WD4NKA talking about going out and doing 2 miles. I think he's already done it or getting ready to go do it, but Gary does some fast walking, some exercise every morning early and gets the dogs out and whatnot. Pretty regimented on that. And that's something now that my work is about done. Charlie mentioned skipping fall and going straight to winter. I almost fear that we're going to go on this vacation and come home and it's going to be winter. Perry, it's 46 down here right now this morning, and we're looking for 71. Tomorrow is going to be a stellar day in central Kentucky. 73 sunshine, tomorrow 57. That's just an ideal day and night in my opinion. I like those temps. I like it just a little cooler than most people do. And Charlie, looking forward, we're leaving Saturday. Early Saturday morning. I should arrive at St. George Island sometime with the family between probably 4 and 6 p.m. Saturday on the the 23rd. So, and Charlie, red tide, the algae bloom is it's actually pretty bad down around Tampa, St. Pete area, whatnot. Looking at the satellite imagery, and it is actually really bad over around Mexico Beach at Tyndall Air Force Base, Charlie. So but on the bay side and out at St. George, most of it is offshore. We worry about the respiratory concerns more than anything. We'll find somewhere to fish down there, I guarantee you that. And anyway, we should be set up down there. It's going to be interesting to see how and where I'm going to get an antenna up, but you can guarantee if I've got to pull over on the side of the road and throw an antenna up, I'll do it. Anyway, things we do, right? And Perry, yeah, thanks for the. I'll have to check out your video of the QSO this morning. And enjoy your day off, Perry. I'm definitely off now through the duration of the vacation until we get back. So I guess I'm probably off till November probably the 2nd. I'm thinking I may get back at it. And I do have some work scheduled for when we get back, but I'm being real careful about what I tell people in accordance with the weather and whatnot. I don't want to keep somebody hanging on, waiting on me when they can get it done by somebody else. So try to be careful there and try to take care of folks that way. You know, and Jerry, yeah, that K7 DIY board, interesting enough, I've wanted one of those and want to try them out, and I've had people say they have good success with it. Anyway, that's about all I got. I'm pretty much talked out this morning. I've been up since 4 a.m. and I'm going to take a break. I'm going to listen to you guys for a little bit. Go enjoy some coffee and sit in front of the TV, and I've got another rig set up in there on the roof. I can listen to you guys, the 570. So, George, here comes your way. Good to catch you early on. We've had a handful of folks in here, and it's good to have conversation with all of you and all interesting stuff out there. Enjoy your day. And Best 73 will look for you again tomorrow. And Charlie, I'm going to watch the. I got as far as Butch making the. I think it was Butch making the key line ties. As far as I got along on the video down at Jay's, but boy, it looked like they sure had a good time down there. John was in there troubleshooting a rig and. All kinds of good stuff going on down at the Radio Ranch in Texas. So I'm going to watch that sometime this morning as well. Okay, 7-3, guys. I'll get on out of here. KC5HMI with the group, 7-3, KK4GZQ.
KK4GZQ from KC5HMI. Yeah, the lighting is... I'm not sure, after me, it would be Jerry, but he may have Sam, and then Charlie, I guess. So, if I don't talk with you again, and I probably will, in a couple more days, but I'm also taking a trip, so I won't have a radio, so I'll miss the first part of it. But later on next week, I'll be back here. So, I have yet to plan that trip, and it's only a few days away. But we're not going far. I just found a campground. I kind of looked around a little bit yesterday and looked at some pictures of campgrounds, and I just didn't see anything that was so interesting. Might just drive up and watch the streets and just stop at the first thing I found or something. But I'd like to get into a more forested area, more trees. I like the tree, the shade, mostly. I just can't see pulling. I'm going to park out in the sun without trees. I don't have a boat. I'm not going to a west or anything like that. I guess you can rent sometimes when you go to lake. But I'm a landowner. So I know you're looking forward to that trip. So, I'll turn it back around to Jerry, if he's still in there. And Charlie, I was looking for a modulation transformer for Gate 221, a pair of 833s. That's what I was looking for. So I got the BC1, but the cabinet is basically empty. So that's where I want to try to start to build it up if I can. And if I can't come across the modulation transformer, then I think I'm just going to switch over to another plan. So, Jerry, if you're still in here, and then Charlie, KC5HMI.
Okay, George, yeah, I'll make one more, and I think I'll make it a final as well. Be the Lowe's here shortly. They open at 6:30. Pick up my flooring. And good morning, Kevin 7-3s, and I don't catch you again before you take off. I know you have a good time with family down there in St. George. Yeah, I was wondering about the algae blooms and stuff. Such the red tide, I guess. It doesn't sound like it may be affecting where you're going to be, so hopefully things will be well. and have a nice trip, safe trip. And Perry, you have to mention, I'm not real big on YouTube, so I'm not really familiar with that. So, but when you keep saying YouTube, I wonder, what is it under your collar or something? Do you have you make kind of your own little page and stuff like that? I know Terry Dayton, the D-Lab guy, he does quite a bit of that. Pretty cool. I watched some of his how-to videos. It's pretty neat, so I wonder if that's what you're doing. Anyway, I just don't, I never had that kind of desire, I guess, but I guess it's a nice avenue, neat to share. But anyway, I was just curious about that, if that's what you're talking about. And so anyway, I'll wrap this up as the last one, and Charlie, I'll send it your way, and you guys have a good morning. Good to hear everybody. Nice little end fix, and get my day started as well. I'm trying to get some painting done today. I think it's supposed to be 70 for a high. We've been in the 40s, Barry. I think you asked about that. And I think this week we're going to be back in the 60s again, mid-60s, low 60s for most of the week, and then up and down. Of course, years past, we've had pretty nice weather like this all the way into December. And I purchased a snowblower. It's been about 3 years now, maybe 4. I lose track of time, but it's still brand new because I've used it twice. We've just not had the snow here. It's been going north or south of us, so who knows, this might be the year, but I don't have to get out and drive in it. I can just look out the window and smile and wave, at all the poor people that have to go driving it. So I don't worry about four-wheel drives or nothing. If it's that deep, you have to stay home. Anyway, over to you, Charlie, and good morning. K4FNY from KU90.
Georgia, you seem to ask around about that large transformer. Just didn't show up. I think John called to asking us about. They have one. There's some modulation coaches in there too. So it's a pretty important thing. And if you find this, that little transmitter will probably come up and run. Having a big iron left. I need a mod transformer for a BC610 myself. I don't have a spare. And, these transformers in the 610 run right on what they're capable of. That's what they normally run. And for really a maximum rating in the power supply transformer. So anyway, I just asked around. There's a net on tonight. You might be on that net tonight and ask around. When they be willing to let go of. The net was in the pump. Should do somebody have that. They do an awful lot of those transformers. They just almost every low power AM station has one of those things. Anyway, that's my advice. I don't know. Take it or leave it. If you think it's worth exactly what you paid for it. 73 MMR, go ahead,
K4FNY. K4FNY in the group. W3MMR, real good. Well, Jerry, I'm going to send you a link if your email's good on QRZ, if you're still listening. Let me turn this heater off. I'll send you a link to the video, and then you'll, from there you can, I guess, click on my channel. You could click, my channel's called the AM Window, like Terry's is, I think Terry Dayton or D-Lab Electronics is his channel name, and then mine is the AM Window. So once I send you the video, you'll be able to see my channel name, and you can click on that, and then that'll bring up like all the past videos. Because Jerry, I probably have you personally recorded 20 times at least on the various videos I have on my YouTube channel. So what I'll do is I'll send you a link to yesterday's should be yesterday morning's QSO, and then you should be able to find things from there. So yeah, man, I just basically take a screenshot, a screen recording of the Anon, but and add some other things to it, an S meter, some text, some other pictures and stuff to make it cool looking, and so on and so forth. Kind of crop the pan adapter and make it look move things around. So it should be pretty enjoyable. I hope it is for folks. Just really kind of doing it just to give people a chance to hear themselves, from another receiver. Of course, we have web SDRs now, Kiwi SDRs, where we can record our audio and everything, but still cool, I think, to hear what you're sounding like, coming into somebody's radio that's in the QSO, which I think I would love, to hear myself, say, coming in Indiana, in Greenwood, or down in Nonsuch, or so on and so forth, Deltona. So just a little bit of service I do. It's fun, and I enjoy it, so I'm going to keep on doing it. So I'll send that email off to you here, Jerry. I'm actually in the middle of writing it right now, so it shouldn't be long. But 7-3 to George, 7-3 to Gary, 7-3 to Kevin, 7-3 to Jerry. So it looks like the whole group has gone away. 7-3 to you, Charlie. So we'll take a standby here, listen out for a while, and sip on the coffee, maybe run to Wawa, grab some coffee creamer because I'm out. But all in all, enjoy my day off. So 7-3, guys, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you guys next time. And I'm throwing it up in the air. W3MMR is listening out.